said we never let it die. I'm lucky to get out alive. Say what you won't say, that we are broken and done. It's over because I say what you don't say. We live in silence and love is something that you won't say. What you won't say, that we are broken and done. It's over because I say what you don't say. We live in silence and love is something that you won't say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Raw. We are just 6 days away from Wrestlemania, New York City. And here comes Tommaso Ciampa.
Making his way to the ring from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 201 pounds, Tommaso Ciampa!
And now here is the Blackheart Tommaso Ciampa from SmackDown Live, because we're kicking Raw off with a Money in the Bank Summit. What is a summit, you ask? Who the hell knows? But from what I understand, it's kind of a gathering of participants in a certain match, and they kind of just talk about the match, I guess. I don't entirely know, but I thought it'd be a good idea for this go-home show. And of course, we are 6 days away from WrestleMania, which means we know all the participants in this Money in the Bank ladder match now. Representing Monday Night Raw will be John Cena, Mustafa Ali, Kane, and Dolph Ziggler. And the other 4 participants in the match from SmackDown Live will be Tommaso Ciampa, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Jeff Hardy. But after his huge win against Rey Mysterio last week, the champ is back, albeit by controversial means, but John Cena got the job done last week to beat Rey Mysterio to qualify for this match.
Weighing in at 251 pounds, John Cena!
And now the champ is here, and he's 6 days away from yet again another Money in the Bank ladder match, another WrestleMania for the 16-time world champion, excuse me. And he's already won a Money in the Bank ladder match in the past, back in 2012, but he was unsuccessful in cashing it in on CM Punk. Can John Cena right the wrong of his past? Can he go ahead, win Money in the Bank, and then cash in successfully to get number 17 of the world title reigns? Oh, here we go. Here comes a man who qualified against Tony Nese to get into this Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania. The show-off, Dolph Ziggler, who, if you've been watching this series, I mean, it's well documented the last couple of months this man has had heading into WrestleMania. Perhaps the most unique of any competitor in this match. He was choked out by Braun Strowman, went through a sort of a crisis period when he was coming out as legends, HBK, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and the likes. Even The Undertaker at the Royal Rumble, he would then eliminate Braun Strowman, and it seemed to snap Dolph Ziggler out of the curse or the crisis or whatever the hell was going on, the crisis of confidence. And unlike John Cena, Dolph Ziggler has won Money in the Bank and successfully cashed in back in 2012 when he won it, and then he went on to cash in the night after WrestleMania in 2013. And now here comes the Big Red Machine, Kane. The Big Red Machine qualified to get into this match after beating Oney Lorcan a number of weeks ago. And Dolph Ziggler may have cashed in 2013, but Kane did it first. Kane did it 3 years to his prior. He did it back in 2010 when he would cash in on the same night, about an hour after winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. Kane cashed in on a vulnerable Rey Mysterio to win the World's Heavyweight Championship. A very, very prolific Money in the Bank competitor is Kane, because I mean, if he doesn't win the match, he'll goddamn take someone's career. He'll shorten someone's career in this match. A chokeslam through a ladder, a tombstone through a ladder. Kane will shorten your goddamn career if you're not careful. The underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn, a man who's been in a couple ladder matches in the WWE so far, and in a past life, Sami Zayn was in a number of ladder matches back in PWG and ROH and everything else in between back in the day, so he's definitely got experience in this type of match. But Sami Zayn, I mean, a lot of his critics, a lot of the people who criticize Sami Zayn, I mean, one of the biggest criticisms he gets is the fact that he's never won a singles championship in the WWE. He's never won in the Money in the Bank. He's never won a Royal Rumble. He's never really won anything other than the NXT championship in a ladder match, to be fair to him. So could that experience of winning that huge ladder match in that huge situation come in handy for Sami Zayn? Could this be a bit of a career rejuvenation period for the underdog from the underground? He's been picking up some wins recently on SmackDown Live over there, so it wouldn't surprise me if Sami Zayn was the one to get it done on Sunday. If you want to speak about ladder matches, you want to speak about someone who knows a thing or two about ladder matches, I don't know, maybe the Hardy Boys know a little thing about ladder matches. The innovator, Jeff Hardy, the man who pioneered the ladder match pretty much. I mean, without the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, I mean, the ladder match would not be what it is today. Those TLC matches, the risk taker, the charismatic enigma, he'll push you off a ladder, he'll jump off a ladder, he'll get thrown off a ladder if it means he can win the goddamn match. I'll never forget when Edge speared Jeff Hardy off the top of the ladder. What was that, Wrestlemania 23, sending him crashing into the middle of the ring. It was insane. It's still Mustafa Ali to me, damn it. I know in real life recently he got the Mustafa part back, but I never even stopped calling him Mustafa Ali in this series. On my roster, he will always and forever be Mustafa Ali. That's his name, goddammit. And he's one of the most talented competitors we have on this Raw roster right now. He's one of my favorites personally. I would love to see Ali go ahead onto WrestleMania and win that Money in the Bank ladder match. What a career starter that would be for Ali to go on and win his first world title. That'd be huge. Oh my god, here comes Kevin Owens for the first time on Monday Night Raw in God knows how long. It's been a couple of years since we saw this man.
From Marieville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds, Kevin Owens!
Where do I start when it comes to Kevin Owens, the prize fighter? He's a prize fighter. He will literally do anything it takes to get the prize at the top of the ladder in this situation. And just like Sami Zayn, he's been in a ton of ladder matches in his career, in that past life, in the PWG, maybe under a little bit of a different name, Kevin Steen. But I mean, he's one of the most prolific WWE superstars in history, in his own breakout year. We're talking about Ali's breakout year. It could be this year. But with Kevin Owens, straight away his first night on Monday Night Raw, he's attacking John Cena, making a goddamn statement. The less that's said about Kevin Owens, the better. You already know how good he is, and you know what type of superstar he is, and you know he will do anything to become Mr. Money in the Bank. Well, boys, I hate to hit you with a spoiler, but in 6 days at WrestleMania, I will once again steal the show and once again become Mr. Money in the Bank and once again be world champion. See, because a few months ago I was choked out cold by Braun Strowman in the world title tournament, and I realized on that night that no one cared about Dolph Ziggler anymore. Not one, not a single call, a text, a message, not even so much as a tweet to check on me, no. While all the limelight that night was on Braun, I was in the hospital recovering, thinking of ways I could get people to care, and so I came out here week after week as legends just to prove how shallow and plastic these people are. HBK, Stone Cold, Undertaker, they ate it all up, and I became cool again. And now the show off is back and better than ever, but you people only gave a damn when I panned it to you as relics of the past. Well, screw all of you. This Sunday, I climb the ladder and I hit a soft reset on my career where I become world champion again. Fine speech. Are you done? See, Dolph, I'll be honest with you, I'm a little offended that you didn't impersonate John Cena, but that's fine, because at WrestleMania, I walk in with no briefcase, I will adjust some attitudes, and I will leave as world champion. Because if I win Money in the Bank again this Sunday, I am cashing in at WrestleMania, and I am joining the world title match where I break the record and win my 17th world title. Oh, John, Dolph, boys, you can all come out here and deliver your little speeches about how you will win, but it doesn't change the fact that in that ladder match, I will be the one. See, this is my moment, and on Sunday, no one will survive. We all wage a war amongst ladders, bodies will fly, and more than likely through ladders, but I will stop at nothing to win this war and retrieve that briefcase, because see, Daddy's got a plan, and no one will see it coming. Don't get me wrong, you're all credible superstars, but none of you are Jeff Hardy. See, ladder matches are what made me famous. Ladder matches are why I am who I am. Hell, if it wasn't for the likes of me, Matt, Edge, Christian, the Dudley Boys, then ladder matches wouldn't even have been put on the map. Now I've won my fair share of ladder matches, and I've also been put through my fair share of ladders. I've jumped off a few, I even hung onto the briefcase one year and got speared from 15 feet in the air, and it almost ended my career. But here I stand. I've done it all, and I've won it all. Except this, except the Money in the Bank briefcase. And so this Sunday, it isn't a case of if, it's a case of when. When I win, I put the finishing touch on my masterpiece of a career, and I walk out of WrestleMania as Mr. Money in the Bank. Listen, I got nothing but respect for you, Jeff. All those great moments you just talked about, I watched them all. I grew up wanting to be the next Jeff Hardy, but with all due respect, this is my time now. See, ever since I was drafted to Raw 2 months ago, I've had opportunities, but I haven't truly capitalized on them. I came up short in the Royal Rumble and the UK title elimination chamber, but this Sunday Sunday in a ladder match at WrestleMania. There are no more injuries to plague me, no more opportunities that I will not seize, because this Sunday, with my daughter, my wife, my whole family watching on, I will make them proud. I will show them what a kid from Chicago is capable of. I will show them that no matter what your race or background is, you can achieve great things, because when I climb that ladder this Sunday, at the end of the night, it will say Mustafa Ali, Mr. Money in the Bank. Oh boy, what a field we have in this match. We got the 16-time world champion, we got the light in the darkness, Mustafa Ali, the big red machine, a guy going through a midlife crisis apparently, the black heart, the charismatic enigma, and a man who I am all too familiar with when it comes to ladder matches, my former best friend, Kevin Owens. And you know what, it'll be a tall task in this field, but I've built an entire career out of overcoming the odds, out of being the underdog from the underground. Sammy, shut up, my god. We've heard this whole shtick before, we've seen this whole shtick before, blah blah, I'm the underdog, I'm gonna win, and then you know what happens, Sammy? You get powerbombed through a ladder, a table, off a ladder, through more ladders. The point is, you always fall at the hands of me. Wherever I am, Sammy, it spells disaster for you, and this Sunday it won't be any different. There are 3 certainties in this life: death, taxes, and Kevin Owens destroys Sami Zayn. You know what? This may be a bit unorthodox to admit, but you're actually right for once, Kevin. Every time we're in the ring together, something bad happens to me. But let's not forget all the times I put you through ladders and tables and chairs and the whole 9 yards, all the way from PWG to ROH to WWE and NXT. Hell, a few years ago at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, I seem to remember I hit you with a Michinoku driver on the edge of the ladder, almost breaking your damn spine. I suplexed you head first into a ladder at WrestleMania before, and this Sunday the stakes are higher than they've ever been before. See, we are destined to fight forever, but all wars must come to an end. And this Sunday, I end this chapter of my career as I move on to the next. I've squandered a few opportunities in the past, but not this time. It's been far too long since Sami Zayn was a champion, and on Sunday, that all changes. Oh man, I cannot wait until I put you through a ladder, maybe 2, maybe 3, and a table. I don't know. It's like Christmas, and all I want to see is you fall. It's going to be amazing. But now, Kane, I can't help but notice your silence over there. What's up with that? What? Do you need your stupid little voice box to speak again, huh? You awake under there, you big red dumbass? Oh my god, and a brawl is erupting here. Everything is going down. There's a zigzag, a powerbomb, a hurricane runner, excuse me. There is mayhem in the midst. Here we go. Attitude adjustment to Kane. It has all erupted here. Dolph Ziggler's on the outside of the ring, played it smart. And now John Cena's got a freaking ladder. No one can win the Money in the Bank at this point. It's just there for show right now. You've seen it on previous go-home shows where the Money in the Bank briefcase is there, but the contract is yet to be inside. And all these men are just brawling here. We're going to see more of this in 6 nights at WrestleMania. Oh my god, look at John Cena. Oh my god, what a powerbomb. Out of all these men here brawling, there is absolute chaos in the midst. Look at the scenes. Who, out of all these men, these 8 men, who will leave WrestleMania as Mr. Money in the Bank? Oh my god, look at Ali. Look at Ali from the top rope. There goes Jeff Hardy sent to the middle of the ring. We need some order restored. I want to get to WrestleMania. I want to see this match in New York City on Sunday. If this continues, there's not even going to be a Money in the Bank ladder match. Half of these men are going to be taken out before we even get there. Oh my god, look at Tommaso Ciampa there. Tommaso Ciampa, the black heart on the ladder, the spinning power. Oh my god, look at Sami Zayn with a half and half suplex to Cena. This is absolute mayhem right now. Oh my god, these 8 men have had enough of hearing the words. Kane had enough of hearing the words. Kane has just let a brawl erupt here live on Monday Night Raw. Oh wait a minute, Jeff Hardy with a counter though. When the hell is this brawl gonna end? Referees, we're gonna have to send the entire locker room out here. We might have to get the SWAT team out here to stop this war. The scenes at WrestleMania are gonna be incredible. One of these 8 men in 7 days. The next time we come to you, the night after WrestleMania on that infamous Raw episode, one of these 8 men are going to be Mr. Money in the Bank. Who do you think is going to win Money in the Bank? Let me know down in the comment section below. Oh my god, business has just picked up, King. Oh my god, here comes Aleister Black. The Dutch Destroyer is here on Raw.
From Amsterdam, Netherlands, weighing in at 215 pounds,
Aleister Black, the Dutch Destroyer, the man who walks the path less travelled from Amsterdam, Netherlands, one of the most destructive members of the Raw roster right now. We almost ended the career of Pete Dunne, and we saw a little bit of the same. If you saw in Season 1 the way he took out Pete Dunne, DDTing him on the table, we saw a little bit of a similar thing when he DDT'd Randy Orton on the table 2 weeks ago, almost taking Randy Orton out of commission for good, but Randy Orton has now been cleared by the doctors for their WrestleMania match in 6 Night in New York City. In 6 Nights, excuse me. And either way, regardless of the fact that I can't say that word, this is going to be a brutal match and nothing short of it. The stakes are already high enough in this one. You got Aleister Black, who, I mean, to be fair to him, as destructive as he's been, he hasn't really had a great win-loss record so far on Monday Night Raw. He lost to Pete Dunne a couple times. He went to a flaming table at the Royal Rumble and lost in the UK Championship match. It's kind of crunch time for Aleister Black. He has to win this Sunday. But it looks like we're going to be hearing from the Dutch Destroyer right now. 2 weeks ago, Randy Orton found out exactly who he is dealing with when he tried to ambush me from behind, but ended up with his skull careening off a table and ended up in a local medical facility. Now that, Randy, is the very bare minimum of what I could do and what I will do at WrestleMania, because I will no longer stop at the sight of victory. I will not stop until I have ended the career of a fraudulent snake once and for all. Oh my god, here comes the Viper, who's had, quite frankly, already enough of what Aleister has to say, and this is gonna get heated. There is the Viper, the Apex Predator, the 13-time world champion, one of the greatest of all time. I mean, in defense of Aleister Black, it was the night of the Elimination Chamber when Randy Orton came out here live on Monday Night Raw, and he was trying to figure out a way to get to WrestleMania, because he's been trying to find a way. He's been trying to find a way to get to WrestleMania for months now, and he just kept coming up short. And Aleister Black came back, no words necessary, a Black Master Randy Orton saying, alright, I'll face you, Randy, I'll face you at WrestleMania. Listen, Aleister, you're a hell of a competitor. You remind me a lot of this guy, actually, about 17 years ago, fresh out of OVW, looking to capitalize on any opportunity in front of him at any cost. But let me make one thing clear, I am not like anyone you faced before. I am a Grand Slam 13-time world champion, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, and quite frankly, one of the best to ever lace up a pair of boots in this ring. And hey, I don't take anything away from who you are, because you're good. Yeah, you're real good, and you have all the potential to go the distance in this business. But if I can't beat you at WrestleMania, then I have no career. So you're on. But just remember this piece of advice. It only takes one RKO to get to Viperville, one RKO for you to fall into insecurity, and one RKO for you to fade to black. What words from Randy Orton. Now these two men staring each other down. Randy Orton saying it only takes one RKO to fade to black. Oh my god, RKO out of nowhere. And just like that, the Viper strikes on the Dutch Destroyer. Will this be the scene this Sunday, or will Aleister make Randy Orton's career fade to black? And here comes the Queen.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair!
Charlotte Flair, just in 6 days, will enter her first ever WrestleMania main event, something that her father did many times before her in his illustrious career. But Charlotte Flair will be entering a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship to close out WrestleMania, with Kairi, Sane, of course, another woman in this match, and of course a woman Charlotte Flair knows very well, Becky Lynch. It's going to be an incredible match this Sunday, but can Charlotte Flair score the advantage heading into that matchup? Can she pick up a win over Kairi Sane in this one? And of course, we're heading into WrestleMania, where this man also has a huge matchup on the cards. Well, Andrade and Charlotte, certainly no strangers to one another, but the less said about that right now. The point is, this Sunday, Charlotte Flair in a huge triple threat match, and Andrade, Cien, Almas will be in a 3 Stages of Hell match against Rey Mysterio. And to be honest, it's where that rivalry has led to. It's all come to this for the 3 Stages of Hell. They've been battling back and forth for months, ever ever since before the Royal Rumble. Andrade screwed Rey Mysterio out of the World Title Tournament, and then they had the match at the Royal Rumble, Andrade attacking Rey Mysterio on multiple occasions since then. Andrade would beat Rey Mysterio at the Royal Rumble, and the rivalry just continued on inside the chamber when Rey Mysterio would cost Andrade the championship inside the chamber, and now it's led to WrestleMania. And as far as the stipulations go for the 3 stages of hell, well, I'll just say watch the WrestleMania episode because we'll reveal it then. We're not gonna quite give everything away for WrestleMania just yet. And now here comes the Women's World Champion, the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane. And by the way, still no Creator Championship in this game. It's almost the end of 2019. They said it might be in by the end of the year. What a lie that was. To be honest, I can't even be surprised that they'd lie about that, really. We're also waiting for that Wasteland Wanderers DLC, which said late 2019 on the graphic. I highly doubt that. I'm patiently waiting until the day I wake up one morning and it says, we apologize for the delay. They probably won't even apologize, actually. They'll probably just be like, the Wasteland Wanderers DLC has been delayed. That's pretty much all they're gonna say. But nevertheless, it's not about the awful 2K Games customer service. Right now, it's about mixed tag team action here on Monday Night Raw. The go-home show to WrestleMania, just 6 days away from the shows. And could this be the final time we see Kairi Sane enter Monday Night Raw with that Women's World Championship? She's held it ever since the Royal Rumble when we had the Fatal 5-Way match to crown the new champion. Will the voyage continue for Kairi Sane, or will it all come crashing down in New York City? And there he is, the incomparable Rey Mysterio, still fighting on through those injuries. You see the bandages after being attacked by Andrade so many times, being in the Elimination Chamber and everything else in between, but Rey Mysterio was still going strong. And can you believe that in the illustrious, like, 25-year career of this man, he has never been in a 3 stages of hell match? So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, out of everything that Rey Mysterio's done in his career, will he be able to survive the 3 stages of hell? We already know that Rey Mysterio will pick one stipulation, Andrade will pick another, and of course me as the general manager, I will pick the last. And so it'll be interesting as this match gets underway to see which one Rey Mysterio picks, what stipulation he'll be picking, and which one Andrade will be picking, and how they will fare in each other's respective choice. But right now, Kairi Sane and Charlotte Flair getting their hands on one another, and wait a second, Kairi Sane instantly going for the anchor, but Charlotte Flair with those long legs managing to push out of it. Look at that, Andrade just came to the aid as the wicked elbow there by Charlotte Flair. Andrade came to the aid of Charlotte Flair, and we can't really be surprised about that. These two, they have a certain chemistry, I guess you could say. Ali Delo and Mamacita, there we go, there's a backbreaker. And now look at this, whipping her arm into the ground here. Charlotte Flair and Kairi Sane getting their hands on one another, and of course later tonight, we will be seeing Becky Lynch in action, but we'll get to that when we get to that. As for now, Kairi Sane sweeps on that and throws Charlotte Flair down onto the apron, and oh, wait a second, Flair had the dropkick scouted there from the Women's World Champion, and she rolls her back in the ring. Oh my god, and a big stomp there by Charlotte Flair. Low key, she's controlling the Women's World Champion right now, and will we, oh wait a second, counter there by Kairi Sane with the leg sweep though, and now I think Kairi Sane is about to tag in Rey Mysterio, and these two men are about to get their hands on each other for the first time one-on-one in a match. And wait a second, Rey Mysterio's been waiting a long time for this. Oh, and he's paying homage to the man, and there it is. She's gonna hit the third one. Here we go, the 3 Amigos paying homage to Viva La Raza, Eddie Guerrero. And we've seen Andrade in the past, he's been quite disrespectful to the legend that is Eddie Guerrero, and Rey Mysterio certainly doesn't appreciate that, but right now Andrade's in control. Wait a second, DDT into the mat, and these two men get their hands on each other right now in this, oh my god, and there goes Andrade sent to the outside. These two men get their hands on each other right now, but in 3 stages of hell, it's a whole different ball game, because who knows what the hell the stipulations they're gonna pick. Like, they could pick a tables match, a ladders match, a TLC match, a Hell in a Cell, a steel cage. It could be no holds barred, falls count anywhere. These two men could quite literally go and brawl on top of the Empire State Building if it's a falls count anywhere match. It's in New York City. That very well could happen, but right now, look at this. Andrade gonna twist him around for the inverted tornado DDT. And now here we go, these quick tags between Charlotte and Andrade. They are working well as a team right now. And now here we go, Flair and Kairi Sane back at it again. There's a chop by Sane, and now these two women just gonna wrestle, pushing her off. And now, oh my gosh, she went for an elbow. Wait a second, this is a back and forth sequence between these two women. They've never even been in the ring before, really. They've never had a one-on-one match, but they know each other so well already. I mean, in the first place, Kairi Sane was wondering who the hell she'd be facing Wrestling when her ship docked in New York City, and then Charlotte Flair would make her historic return after 7 months out with that Achilles tendon injury, and then Becky Lynch would come out and we'd lead to the #1 contenders match between Flair and Lynch, and Charlotte Flair would get herself disqualified, and eventually we would just say, you know what, screw it, we're gonna have a triple threat match and you're all gonna fight, we're gonna settle this at WrestleMania, and that's how we got to that triple threat world title main event. Now here we go, Andrade, oh wait a second, oh my god, a chop or a slap, excuse me, straight to the face of Rey Mysterio. The disrespect, it just exudes from Andrade. Oh, wait a second, Mysterio with a counter here, we're getting a little bit of a preview, and now he flips him round, and oh, there's a big boot straight to the jaw by Rey Mysterio, and now here we go, look at this, the head scissors, and Rey Mysterio's feeling it now, and Andrade may have bit off more than he could chew with a legend like Rey. Wait a second, what the hell is this, an Irish whip, and oh, wait a second, Rey Mysterio with a unique maneuver in the kick, and now here we go again, oh my god, Andrade with a huge clothesline, taking out Rey Mysterio, and now again with this tag team offense from El Idolo and the Queen, and a wicked clothesline. Look at Charlotte Flair, she knows exactly the position that they're in now, the brilliant teamwork, and there it is, the hammerlock DDT to Rey Mysterio into the cover. Is this it? No, he kicks out. But could that have been the last lifeline for Rey Mysterio? Because here we go again, deja vu, the hammerlock DDT, and that has to be all she wrote for Rey Mysterio. And what a huge win that is, going into the 3 stages of hell match against Rey Mysterio. Andrade has just pinned the legend. I don't know about this one, man. Like, could Rey Mysterio have come back too soon from the injuries that he suffered after the brawl, or after the attack I should say, from Andrade? I mean, Rey Mysterio, he ain't no spring chicken, he ain't as young as he used to be, he's incredible, he's aged like a fine wine, but I don't know, man, this could be a bad idea for Rey Mysterio heading into this match against Andrade, so young and fresh and incredible in that ring. But nonetheless, Charlotte Flair with a huge advantage as well heading into her match, the main event at WrestleMania. Kairi Sane, of course, not pinned in this one, but still a huge win nonetheless. Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Hello, I am Elias. And as the man who holds the power of the wind in his fist, I've got one question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elias? Now, I have been all across the world. I've been to Paris, I've been to Italy, all across Europe, South America, South Africa, you name it, Elias has been there, and it has brought me here tonight. And it seems everywhere I go, no matter what I do, a universal truth follows me. And I am certain that everyone here knows it. It is that WWE stands for. I said WWE stands for. Well, I gotta tell you, I certainly came prepared with a song tonight, but before I get started, I need you all to do a few things for me. I need you to silence your cell phones, hold your applause, and shut your mouths. I'm waiting for a town that's not such a disgrace, but I see so many stupid people, I wanna punch them in the face. I'm waiting for a town that's not such a disgrace, but I see so many stupid people, I wanna punch them in the face.
Second, here comes Tyler Bate, who quite frankly either wants to walk with Elias or has heard just about enough.
Representing Mustache Mountain from Dudley, England, weighing in at 175 pounds, Tyler Bate.
We are just 6 days away, gentlemen, from what I think may be match of the night. I mean, every time we've had it before, it's been the match of the night, and it was quite frankly one of the matches of the year in 2017. In fact, the match of the year. I don't know why I said it like that, but anyway, Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne happens this Sunday for the United Kingdom Championship, and as a Brit myself, I may be a bit biased, but I could be prouder of these two, the things they've done in the WWE, and there's no doubt in my mind that it's gonna steal the freaking show, because that's just the caliber of athlete Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate are. We're gonna be seeing a little bit of a preview of what Tyler Bate is capable of right now as he takes on Elias here on Monday Night Raw. And here we go, the big strong boy Tyler Bate versus Elias. It's been quite a couple months for Tyler Bate. I mean, he showed up in the Royal Rumble, had a great showing there, and then he'd make his main roster debut on Monday Night Raw, would eventually lead to being in the UK title elimination chamber, came down to the final two against the man he'll face this Sunday, Pete Dunne, as there's a huge uppercut, but after a grueling elimination chamber match, Tyler Bate could not get the job done. He would then come out the night after, or excuse me, 8 days after the elimination chamber pay-per-view, as wait a second, what is this? Here's a sunset flip powerbomb to Elias. He would then come out 8 days after the elimination chamber pay-per-view to confront Pete Dunne, who is still in the midst of this historic title reign. He would throw down the gauntlet, throw down the challenge to face Pete Dunne at WrestleMania one more time, and Pete Dunne, of course, being a bruiserweight, being a fighting champion, he would accept, and now we're going to be having that match this Sunday. That is if he even makes it to this Sunday, because right now Elias is in control. There's a huge hip toss. Elias definitely has the size advantage, the bigger of these two men. My god, what a discus clothesline that was. But Tyler Bate, he's a big strong boy, a real responding kind with his own clothesline. These two men, of course, both coming out of Orlando, Florida in the NXT brand. Elias, one of those people who, I mean, no one expected his kind of success on main roster on Monday Night Raw. Granted, he hasn't been featured too much in the Universe GM Mode series so far, but you can't deny the talent of Elias, as there's a huge shoulder barge by Tyler Bate. And speaking of Tyler Bate at NXT, I mean, he's had incredible matches in NXT UK. He's a former NXT UK champion in his own right, the inaugural NXT UK champion. Or I should say the United Kingdom champion. It's not exclusive to NXT, but either way, he won that tournament all the way back in January of 2017 as the referee was inadvertently knocked down there. And now Elias with the backbreaker. And wait a second, what the hell's Elias thinking here? Wait a second, Elias has a steel chair, but then Tyler Bate with the forearm, and he says, no, not that way. Oh, wait a second, look at this. Tyler Bate, a suplex on the steel chair on the outside of the ring. And the referee has none the wires, and he just begins his count, and that really backfired for Elias. And now here we go again with another tiger suplex throwing. And now Tyler Bate is looking for the decisive end. Tyler Driver, 97. The big strong boy into the cover on Elias, and Tyler Bate picks up the win. What a huge win that is heading into this Sunday, where he'll take on Pete Dunne for the United Kingdom Championship. A huge win for Tyler Bate ahead of his match this Sunday. Oh my god, there he is, the UK champion. Speaking of, Pete Dunne is here. Oh my god, and now Pete Dunne staring down the man who will try to take his title from him this Sunday. It all happens for the UK Championship. These two men from the streets of Birmingham, Progress and beyond, they know each other so well. But that's what it's all about, the United Kingdom title. And now we're set here for some more tag team action. Here comes The Bar. Honestly, I just want to apologize real quick for how little you have seen Sheamus and Cesaro on my Monday Night Raw in the Universe GM Mode series. These two are two of the most underutilized superstars on the entire roster, and honestly, two of my favorites. I don't know why I haven't been using them more or booking them more, but Sheamus and Cesaro, about as talented as they get in singles competition, and as far as tag team goes, in my opinion, one of the all-time greats. The way these two men were never even supposed to work, and then the way they made it work for several years and are still making it work today, absolutely incredible. But it'll be interesting to see how they fare against the two opponents that they've got here tonight, and we'll speak on them in a moment. But Sheamus and Cesaro, welcome back to Monday Night Raw. And well, here's one of them, Seth freaking Rollins. Here comes the Kingslayer. There he is, the Intercontinental Champion.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Seth Rollins!
Seth freaking Rollins has been the Intercontinental Champion ever since the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, when he won it back from the Velveteen Dream, and that's been very well documented, the feud that he had with the Velveteen Dream. If you haven't seen that already, I highly recommend you go back and watch it to see how we got to this point, to see how we headed into WrestleMania this year. But most recently we saw Ricochet defeat the Velveteen Dream, and the Velveteen Dream is he's occupied now with none other than the People's Champion, The Rock. But Ricochet would beat the Velveteen Dream and become the #1 contender for that IC title, and he will face Seth Rollins this Sunday at WrestleMania. But for now on Monday Night Raw, Ricochet will be teaming up with the man he'll face this Sunday at WrestleMania.
And his partner from Paducah, Kentucky, weighing in at 190 pounds, Ricochet!
I mean, honestly, what do I need to say about Ricochet? One of the absolute greatest high flyers in WWE history, period. He is absolutely sensational in that ring, but one thing that kind of holds him down is he's only ever won one title in his history of being in the WWE, and that's the North American Championship. He was never NXT champion. And it'll be interesting to see if Seth Rollins and Ricochet will be able to get along here tonight, or if the Bar will be able to take care of the Intercontinental Champion and the #1 contender here tonight, because they must align right now in this tag match. But this Sunday it all goes out the window when they fight for that IC title in New York City. As the crowd chants "burn it down," Cesaro will be starting off for the Bar, and the Intercontinental Champion starts off for Team Seth Rollins. And there we go, there's a forearm taking down Seth Rollins in the early going here, and Cesaro might actually be looking for the neutralizer early on here as Ricochet watches on. Will Ricochet help out here? Oh, wait a second, Seth Rollins with a counter anyway. Oh, wait a second, there's a counter by Cesaro, and Cesaro with a huge dropkick taking down the Kingslayer. But now Seth Rollins with a counter. Oh, wait a second, Cesaro had him caught there, throws him across the ring, and now already getting the tag to the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. Oh, wait a second, and never mind, Cesaro is tagged back in by the Celtic Warrior. He just wants to do an intimidating stare down, I guess. And now the action continues here in this match, and by the way, I forgot to mention, but this is a tag team elimination match, just to spice things up a little bit. What the hell's this? Seth Rollins refusing to tag in Ricochet there. Ricochet wanted to tag. I don't know what the hell that was between Seth Rollins and Ricochet, but for some reason, he refused to tag in Ricochet. Seth Rollins wanted to do this on his own right now, and there's a backbreaker. But as I was mentioning a moment ago, the action's so fast and furious, it's hard to call. But this is a tag team elimination match just to spice things up, 6 days away from WrestleMania. So if Seth Rollins, if his arrogance here and his foolishness really in not tagging in Ricochet when he should, if it costs him and he does suffer a pinfall, it'll be Ricochet versus the Bar on his own here. Now look at this, Seth Rollins, a move we know from him so well. It's the move that took out Finn Balor at SummerSlam in 2016. It's the Buckle Bomb, and Cesaro wanted to tag that time, and Sheamus would have obliged, but Rollins just closing down the ring right now, not allowing him to get the tag in. Oh, wait a second, Sheamus with a counter though, and now Sheamus with that belly-to-belly suplex, and the arrogance of Seth Rollins could come back to bite him here. The bro kick from out of nowhere. Oh my god, but Ricochet breaks up the pin, even though he didn't get the tag in. Ricochet, that kind of competitor, he's not going to let Seth Rollins fall down to that. I mean, Seth Rollins has always been someone, he's never shied away from being arrogant and having a bit of an ego. I think we could safely say that, but I don't know why he's not tagging in Ricochet here. Oh, wait a second, Ricochet though, helping out, taking down Sheamus here. But Seth Rollins, wait a second, he needs to get to Sheamus, he needs to get him. Yes, he does. He almost tagged in Cesaro there, and the tide of the match may have just changed, but now Seth Rollins again. I mean, this is what you'd expect from the IC champion. He's a two-time IC champion in this series. Of course, losing the title to the Velveteen Dream via that roll-up possum pin at the Royal Rumble, winning it back at the Elimination Chamber, as there's a forearm again. Wait a second, now Seth Rollins bouncing off the ropes. He hasn't even tagged in Ricochet yet, and there's a curb stomp. And why the hell is Seth Rollins going for the cover? And you saw that, Rollins saw Cesaro. I think Rollins knows he's been in enough matches, and there goes Cesaro sent to the outside of the ring. And where the hell is Rollins going? He needs to go for the pin on Sheamus. Forget Cesaro, forget getting rid of the extra man. You need to eliminate Sheamus now. But Rollins has a vendetta against Cesaro apparently, and he's just going after him, making sure there can't be a breakup of the pin here from Cesaro. Oh, wait a second, Rollins has been caught by Sheamus here, and now here we go. Rollins has just been, this has come back to backfire for Rollins, and now here we go again with a third Irish curse backbreaker. That backfire. Now Seth really needs to tag in Ricochet. I think Seth has been busted wide open as well. Seth needs to drop his ego for a second because now Cesaro's in and Cesaro's the much fresher man of the bar. We don't just set the bar, we are the bar. And now here we go with this gut red suplex in a moment. There it is. What the hell are you trying to prove? I thought it was a friendly sportsmanship thing between these two, but clearly Seth Rollins is trying to prove something. They're trying to prove what kind of champion he is. Oh, wait a second. Counter there by Rollins. Rolls through, and there's a drop toe hold, and this could be the opening for Seth Rollins. There it is. Here we go. A kick to the gut, and now Seth Rollins with a curb stop to Cesaro. And now will Seth Rollins tag in Ricochet? What the hell is this? These two men just staring each other down. And oh my god, it's Seth Rollins. Oh my god, Seth Rollins saying this is my IC title. I'll do it on my own. What the hell is the point of this? Why the hell are you attacking Ricochet now, Seth? I can't freaking believe this. Rollins has taken out Ricochet. He's so desperate to prove that he is the best in the world that he'd rather go 2-1 against the bar than having Ricochet's help. And now here we go. Oh my god, look at how high in the air these men are. Here we go, a suplex off the top. Oh no, for God's sake. And now look at the position that Seth has left himself in. Neutralizer. And now Cesaro into the cover of the Intercontinental Champion, and Rollins has been eliminated. And now Ricochet must go at it alone after being turned on by Seth Rollins. But now Ricochet, look at the strength of Ricochet. Seth Rollins is an absolute clown for what he just did. He was too arrogant. He wanted to go at it alone, but Ricochet is going to show exactly what the one and only is capable of. He's going to fight until his last breath against the bar, because now he must go at it alone in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Was this the plan all along from Seth? Did Seth really just turn on Ricochet to get himself eliminated so he'd have to go 2-on-1 against the bar, so he'd be weak going into the match this Sunday? Rollins has already been eliminated. He's already headed to the back. He's just left him high and dry here. And this is not the kind of behavior we've become to know from the Intercontinental Champion. This is a new Seth Rollins, a Seth Rollins I haven't seen in quite some time. But nevertheless, here we go, a Hurricane Rana. Although against the multi-time tag champions in the bar, I don't know how realistic that really is. But I mean, if Ricochet can score some kind of quick pinfall on Cesaro, then that's the key to winning this one. Wait a second, Ricochet with the flatliner, and Cesaro's been busted wide open. Oh my god, now Ricochet into the cover here on Cesaro. Is this it? Is he gonna get the pinfall? No. Oh my god, Ricochet avoids the spinning uppercut by Cesaro, and now, oh, there's the zigzag. Oh my god, now Ricochet's going up. Ricochet, 630 senton to Cesaro. Oh my god, he got him. He got him. Ricochet did it. Ricochet eliminated Cesaro and went down to 2 in this elimination tag match, but Sheamus is much fresher. He's much fresher than Ricochet, who just had to go through Cesaro, and I guess Seth Rollins as well. Rollins is out. Rollins is chilling in the back, watching his opponent this Sunday get decimated by the bar, but Ricochet, all the heart in the world, he's not giving up. And Ricochet hasn't even signed a Raw contract yet, but he's showing exactly what we love to see here on Monday night. Cesaro now eliminated as well. Oh my god, the bro kick, and that might be all she wrote. Oh my goodness, what? Unbelievable. Ricochet just kicked out of the bro kick. I think that was just instinct alone from Ricochet, because I don't think he knows where he is, and Sheamus can't quite believe it himself. But now, what the hell is Sheamus thinking? Oh my god, no, for God's sake. Sheamus is lining him up. Oh, wait a second, Ricochet moves out of the way, and the clothesline sending Sheamus straight into the corner. And look at that, just rubbing the foot. Ricochet's bringing out all the maneuvers, pulling out all the stops, and there's a big boot. Oh my god, is this actually gonna happen? Are we actually gonna see it here tonight? Oh my goodness, Ricochet, Phoenix, splash, unbelievable maneuver, and Sheamus still kicks out. Oh my god, what the hell does Ricochet have to do? Oh, for God's sake, flatliner, and Ricochet's going up top one more time. Will this be it here in this match? 630 senton to Sheamus into the cover. Ricochet has done it. Ricochet has survived the bar, proved Seth Rollins wrong, and Ricochet with perhaps the biggest momentum builder of the night, because he's defeated the bar by his lonesome, and now he heads into WrestleMania to fight for the IC title. What an incredible performance by this young man. Can he capitalize on one of the hottest streaks of momentum of all time this Sunday when he takes on Rollins for the IC Championship in New York City at WrestleMania? Could we be looking at the one and only as the IC champion? So Bobby, WrestleMania is this Sunday, where you'll be competing in a triple threat world championship match with Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar. You've been back in WWE for 2 months. Do you think you're ready for this match? Ready for this match? What kind of stupid question is that? You should go ask Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre that question, but oh wait, they're not here tonight, because they both took each other out in a brawl a few weeks ago, and if everything goes to plan, they'll do it again this Sunday at WrestleMania, and when they do, Bobby Lashley will be there to pick up the scraps, and 1, 2, 3, I'm world champion. And it's time for our main event here on Monday Night Raw. Here comes the man, Becky Lynch.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
After last week when we had the tag match between Charlotte, Shayna, Kairi and Becky, and of course the controversial way that ended with Shayna choking the life out of Becky Lynch. Becky said, alright fine, I want you one-on-one Shayna, I want to go again, and you know Shayna's not going to shy down from a challenge. She said anyone who wants to come for the queen best not miss, and that's how we get this match here tonight, Becky versus Shayna in our main event. The final match you'll see before we head to WrestleMania, and it's a damn fine one of that, two of the best women's professional wrestlers in the world today. By the way, there's still no Creator Championship in the game, just gotta say that, you already know the deal. But Shayna Baszler dominantly became the IC champion, the inaugural women's IC champion inside the Elimination Chamber after weeks of vignettes, making a shocking appearance there. And you hear the Becky chants, by the way, they love Becky Lynch, they love the man all around the world, but here we go. Becky and Shayna, and Shayna, by the way, she won the title as I mentioned a moment ago inside the Elimination Chamber, but then she also went on to defend the title in record time against Liv Morgan a number of weeks ago. She would then choke out Becky Lynch, and then finally, as far as WrestleMania plans go for Shayna Baszler, she'll be taking on Ember Moon, the war goddess herself, at WrestleMania for the IC title. And that was just after Shayna Baszler choked out Liv Morgan. She was asking, where is the challenge? Where's my WrestleMania challenger? And Ember Moon said, say no more. Say no more, Shayna. I'll face you at WrestleMania. Challenge accepted. And so if you're a big fan of women's wrestling like I am, it's gonna be a great WrestleMania for you. We got Shayna versus Ember, Becky versus Kairi versus Charlotte Flair for the women's world championship. It's gonna be a good one, but right now these two women are very evenly matched actually so far. That's, oh my god, there's a huge knee, never mind. And that sign there, Shayna is the top of the food chain, you're damn right she is. The night after the chamber actually, Shayna said she's gonna become synonymous with that women's IC title. When you think women's IC title, you think Shayna Baszler. And so far in her first, what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks as champion, she's really proving that to be, she's trying to achieve that goal, and it's kind of working for her. There's a guy in the crowd that is with a marry me, I'm single sign. Alright dude, what a monumentous moment this would be if Becky Lynch can get some revenge and pin Shayna Baszler, the women's IC title in this one. Or the women's IC champion I should say, as here's a huge suplex by the way, there it is. If she could pin the women's IC champion 6 nights away from getting her own title shot for the women's world title, that'd be huge. And you know Ember Moon and Charlotte Flair and Kairi Sane, they're all watching this match very closely, scouting their competition this Sunday. Wait a second, huge back suplex to Becky Lynch. Oh my god, what the hell Shayna Baszler got planned here? Look at this joint manipulation on the arm here. Becky has been twisted like a freaking pretzel. She's the man and she's the queen of spades. And wait a second, what the hell is Shayna thinking here? Here's a suplex. Oh wait a second, that's a unique maneuver, a variation, and now look where she is again. She's locked in the Karafuda clutch, excuse me, and Becky Lynch may be close to choking out again like she did last week, but Becky, with all the fighting spirit in the world, the man, she's scrappy, and she gets out of it with the elbow straight to the gut. Oh, but wait a second, Shayna moves out of the way again. Shayna just, she's an assassin. She's so cerebral in the middle of that ring, but now wait a second, Becky Lynch, a huge backbreaker. And now Shayna Baszler with the Irish whip, the strong Irish whip, sending Becky straight to the outside saying, this is my ring, Becky, is that all you've got? Oh wait a second, oh my god, that's Charlotte Flair! That's Charlotte Flair with the kendo stick again, and this match is gonna have to be thrown out. Charlotte Flair is here with that kendo stick again, relentless on the relentless. And Shayna Baszler is leaving with her title right now. She wants nothing to do with this. And these two women will be in that main event this Sunday if Becky can even make it. Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler has been thrown out for a disqualification. And Charlotte Flair just continues to beat down the man, and she's telling her, you're not making it to this Sunday. The queen has laid waste to the man. Oh my goodness, wait a second, here comes the champion herself, Kairi Sane, and look at this stare down between Sane and Flair, and here we go, Sane and Flair going in it now. Becky Lynch is still down on the outside of the ring, and Sane suplex onto that kendo stick. These two women are fighting here, the ref's trying to restore order, but there's nothing you can do. The referee can try and restore order all he wants, it's not gonna work. Kairi Sane is out for blood, she's out for Flair. Oh my god, Sane has that kendo kendo stick, and Charlotte Flair's about to get a taste of her own medicine. Oh my god, the kendo stick shot, and now Kairi Sane showing that she knows how to batter up. Shayna Baszler's dipped, Becky Lynch is out on the outside of the ring, and these two women are just brawling. Wait a second, here comes Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is back in. These three women will fight in the main event of WrestleMania this Sunday. Not even the referee could break this up right now. What the hell is Kairi Sane thinking here? Here we go, Becky Lynch set off the ropes. Oh my god, and now Charlotte Flair's gonna take advantage after Becky Lynch was strung up on the ropes, and here we go, natural selection. And Charlotte isn't done, but neither is Becky Lynch. Here comes the man. And Becky Lynch getting a little bit of payback on the champion, and Charlotte Flair with an elbow. Oh my god, it is all broken down here in the main event. The referees, the security can't stop these women. And now we're live here backstage on Monday Night Raw. The Women's Intercontinental Champion is getting out of here. She didn't want anything to do with that brawl that's going on in the ring right now. 6 days away from defending her IC title at WrestleMania. And Shayna Baszler's getting out. Oh wait a second, that's Ember Moon! Ember Moon from out of nowhere! Oh my god, and Ember Moon is here in the parking lot, just ambushed the IC champion. Oh my god, Ember Moon has seen enough. Ember Moon sending a message to the woman who she'll face this Sunday, throwing Baszler into that road case. Oh my god, this is gonna be some sort of Mania match. This is gonna be one for the ages. The War Goddess sending a message right now to Shayna Baszler. Oh my god, look at this DDT on the concrete. Oh my god, no, Ember Moon is not done with the Queen of Spades. Here we go, this is just the beginning through the table. Holy shit. Ember Moon has sent a message to the Women's Intercontinental Champion. A Women's World Title main event for the ages. Seth Rollins versus Ricochet for the IC title. Baszler versus Moon. DX versus The Revival. Dunn versus Paige. Drew McIntyre defends his World Title in a monster clash and everything else in between. WrestleMania is this Sunday. Good night, everybody. We'll see you in New York City.